Brooklyn Prepper just did a video about 9-year-old food storage that he had just stuck in basically a plastic storage bin in the original packaging. No Mylar bags, no moisture or air sucking little baggies that go inside. Just stuck them actually in a plastic container in his basement where it was exposed to moisture and everything else, and the food looks great after 9 years. Then I saw a video from US Freedom 22 put out this week about Mylar using 5-gallon buckets just as themselves, or putting Mylar bags in 5-gallon buckets. Now, I don't do either. I don't just stick old bags in plastic containers. Although, and I know that the Brooklyn Prepper doesn't do that any longer, although we could see from his video that it worked. And if you're concerned about getting started in the cost of, because of the cost of storage, if you're concerned about getting started with food storage, and you're concerned about buying 5-gallon buckets or buying Mylar bags and buying sealers and these other things, then by all means get the food and just put them in a storage tote. And you can see from Brooklyn Prepper's video that the food's still good 9 years later. Now, being a member of the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints, we have been raised to do food storage. And what happens is as people move, they have old food storage they've had for 10, 15, 20 years, and they figure that it's bad. Now, we didn't know this 25 years ago, but obviously the food isn't bad, especially if it's canned or in Mylar bags. And so we've gotten food storage from people, especially powdered milk, that's probably, 40 years old, 30 to 40 years old. And everybody said no, they were just giving it away because they were moving and they didn't want to have to pay for shipping. And so we'll take it. And we opened up those cans of powdered milk, and sure enough, it was as good tasting and flavorful and colorful, I'm sure, as the day it was put in there. Now, it may have lost some nutritional value, it may have lost some flavor, but you know what? It tasted pretty good to me. It actually tasted really good for me for powdered milk, and I was happy to have it, and we still have it. So I don't throw out any food at all. And I've moved my food storage several times, and it's cost me a couple $1,000s to move my food storage. But you know what? When I ended up on the other end of that move, I still had all my food storage. At any rate, I don't want to rant on that. But there's different ways of food storage. And one way is simply to get buckets, as US Freedom 22 said, at Home Depot. And those will work great, 5-gallon bucket. Now, I think they cost $3 or $4 or $5 there with the lids. But I just want to share with you one way that you can get buckets at no cost, and a way that you might be able to save some money on top of that. And that is, go to your local grocery store, to the deli department or to the bakery, and ask for empty 5-gallon buckets. They just throw these away. This is what we use here for different items. And this is an empty vanilla bucket, and I think I may have shared this in other videos. And they're absolutely free. We get them, they're kind of rinsed out, but they're not cleaned. They come with the lids and with the handles. I like the plastic handles better than the metal handles. And they work great, and it doesn't cost a penny. If you just tell them, hey, I'd like to get a dozen buckets or 100 buckets or whatever, they'll just set them aside for you, and you can get them absolutely free. So if you're concerned about the cost of storage, just go down and get free buckets and put the food, whether it's in the original containers or just, if you're buying 25 pounds of sugar or whatever, just pour it in here and you'll be fine. Now, the concern that I have with using 5-gallon buckets is once you've you put the lid on it, and it's going to be airtight, So you should be good. And these are thick food grade buckets, so you shouldn't have to worry about bugs if you've got them stored in the house. But once you open it up, and if you've got just open, wheat or flour or sugar in here, and you're having to seal it every time, it's a real drag to have to pry that lid off every time. So what I want to share with you is this great little invention called a gamma lid. Now, if anybody can tell me why it's called a gamma lid, please comment below, because I have no idea. I'm sure it doesn't keep out gamma rays. And I don't know if it was made by, Mr. Gamma, and that, but if you know why this is called a gamma lid, let me know. But this is a great idea. What you do is you only need a few of these, and I found probably the best price is on Emergency Essentials. That's at beprepared.com. You can also get them on Amazon. I'll put links below this video for these gamma lids. I like Amazon.com because I can usually get free shipping on even small orders. But anyway, once you open up, say you have a bag of flour or sugar or whatever, and you open it up, and you don't have to pry open the lid every time. What you do is you take that lid off once you're ready to start using that, and you put this gamma lid on here. Now the gamma lid has it seals solid, and it's got a rubber ring inside, and it just snaps on just like a regular lid does. And I'm not going to put it all the way on because I've got to hold this camera. But once it's sealed on, all you do is it's a twist-off lid, and you can see there is a seal on this lid too. And so instead of having to get a lid prier tool or a pair of pliers or bending your fingers, just get a gamma lid. They're like $7 to $10, and put it on there. Again, you only need a few of them because you're only going to have a few buckets open at a time, and there you go. And it's easy to get into. Again, I didn't put that all the way on, and it's easy to seal back up. So if you're going to use 5-gallon buckets, and you don't want to worry about using Mylar bags or vacuum packing or anything else, or if you're going to be storing food in a large container like this, try gamma lids. They're very popular within the food storage industry amongst people that I know who are doing food storage because they're so practical and easy to use. So take a look at that at Emergency Essentials or at Amazon.com, and make it easy on yourself to get in and out of your buckets. You can use them for anything, not just food storage, but it might be something that would help you in your food storage and save some money at the same time, and make it easy to get in and out of the buckets. Hope this is helpful. If you have any comments, and especially if you know why this is called a gamma lid, let me know. Or if you have any suggestions why you think it might be called, even if you don't know, comment down below. This is LDS Prepper out.